2007. First of all, I want to say, go Billikens. I was at the game this past weekend, and it was awesome. It's really nice to be able to come back and see that they're doing so well and see everybody on campus and kind of remember how it once was. So anyways, he kind of described my work history a little bit, but I'll go through it a little bit again, just to give you guys a little bit of background about myself. I graduated from Parks in 2007 with a bachelor's of engineering in aerospace. From then, I went on to do design engineering on the Boeing campus. I worked with the Department of Defense doing that, but I was working with Boeing. I also, right after that, I moved down to Florida, where I started my master's degree in systems engineering, and I was working on the shop floor in manufacturing engineering. So I had the design background, and then I got the background or the experience in production. So I saw it design, and then I saw it be made. And I thought it'd be really nice to get into the management side of things. I didn't really want to stay in the technical fellowship side. I wanted to go into management. So that's where I am today. Now I work as a program manager for LMI Aerospace, doing design, manufacturing, and now I brought in the business development side to it. So I do sales as well. So anyway, so that's a little bit of background about my work history. So if you guys have questions, please feel free to ask. That brings me to another topic. So the last time I did one of these speeches, I kind of realized that maybe the long 45-minute speech wasn't the way to go. You guys kind of probably want something a little more interactive. So I thought today I would talk to you guys and kind of give my opinion and my thoughts about being a woman in the field, and then I thought I'd open it up for questions. So here's your task for the next 10, 15 minutes that I talk. Start thinking of questions so that when I open it to the floor, I'm not standing up here listening to crickets. That'll make me really nervous. So one last thing, I want to thank the folks who asked me to be here today. I'm so happy to be talking to you girls today. So I want to thank Susan Bloomfeld and Melanie Brickton. They're the ones that introduced me to this program, Introduce a Girl to Engineering, and it is absolutely amazing. I'm so proud to be here and to see so many young ladies who are interested in the field of math and science. You know, when I was growing up, I had wonderful influence from my parents, and my whole family kind of encouraged me to become an engineer. I had uncles and my grandparents, everybody really encouraged me to kind of stick to the path of engineering. But I didn't have something like this, and I think it's really important to have an outsider's opinion and see the folks around you, the ladies in engineering and the faculty and staff that have come to be with you today. Talk to them and kind of get their feel on what it's like to be in the industry. So glad to be here. Thank you guys for having me. And I will say that, sorry guys, just have to say I'm a little bit nervous. My parents decided to show up today. So when you're going to hear the nerves in my voice, I'm usually not this shaky, but so everything said that. Okay, I'm better. I'll pretend they're not there. So you always hear the same statistic over and over again. Guys test better in math and science, and so they're obviously the choice for engineering. But I don't really see that to be true, especially here. You guys have already kind of broken down that barrier. You're already on the path to engineering. You're taking your pre-engineering courses. You're just being here, being interested in engineering already puts you well ahead of them. So one thing that statistic doesn't really take into account is the fact that once you're past all of your courses in high school and college, and if you go on to get your master's degree, that's all well and good, but that's really just a prerequisite for what you have ahead of you. The good thing about being a woman in engineering is that we bring social graces, we bring passion and drive to the industry, and that's something that is really invaluable. We've already shown that we have the ability to beat the odds, like I said before, but now we kind of have to shift the paradigm. Instead of just existing in the technical community, we have to, as women, show that we have a positive influence on it. And I honestly feel that from the folks that I've met today and folks that I've worked with in the past, women really can do that better than anybody else, and we really have a leg up on the industry in that sense. We're amazing communicators. We have the ability to marry humility and confidence together to further ourselves in our careers. We can be proud of what we do and we can put our best foot forward, but also have that bit of humility to accept when we've done something wrong or learn from our mistakes and still kind of go at it with gusto. We're natural leaders, every single one of us. We do it all the time. We're always leading the way. Men like to work with women. That's another thing that we have in our favor. Men love working with women. We're accepting, we're compassionate. We have this, again, that same ability to marry that humility with confidence. Accept what they're trying to teach you and then go forward with it and communicate it to everybody else in the company. Again, being compassionate is I think one of the biggest points of being a leader, particularly in my job. You know, I told you before, I worked as a design engineer, sort of on your own, you're focused on one task at hand. But moving into the management portion of it, you really have to be able to work with all different types of people. You have to be able to work with engineers, you have to be able to work with salespeople, you have to be able to work with supply chain, finance, everyone. And you have to sort of try to make them understand all of the technology that's happening within the company. And being compassionate, being understanding, because they may not have that same technical background, they may not be able to understand it right away. If they look at you and they see that sort of helpfulness in your eyes and in your voice, it always kind of pushes you a little bit forward. So there's plenty of those unspoken benefits to being a woman in a man's field. The key is sort of to listen to those benefits, take what I just said with a grain of salt, and to use these benefits, utilize them but never exploit them. It's our duty to one another as women in the workplace to exhibit the utmost integrity in the workplace. So engineering, of course, wonderful career choice, and I'm glad you all are here. What's really important too is that you want to take the knowledge that you're getting from your engineering pre-courses, everything that you're learning today, but really choose what you want to do. There's so many different types of engineering. There's industrial design if you're a little bit more on the creative side. There's, of course, aerospace, civil. You can work everywhere around you. There's engineering going on. So really focus on what you like to do. It's a great career choice for women who want to use their brains to solve problems and still work with people as well. Women bring something special to engineering, problem-solving skills coupled with that grace and poise, make an enormous impact on other people, allowing you to be leave an unprecedented mark on the industry. Anyways, sorry, again, I hate being so nervous up here. You guys are all so talented. You're giving off some pretty great energy. Do you guys have any